Welcome to Toffee TV. Here is 3 talking points from Everton 1, Southampton 1. Yes, I've got 3 talking points from this game, which wasn't great. Let's be perfectly honest about it. First thing I'm going to talk about is Andre Gomez. Just hasn't got going at all since we've come back. I know he suffered a terrible injury earlier on in the season, and the fact that he came back early was incredible. And you know, and probably the first couple of games were maybe a bit of adrenaline, but he just doesn't look fit. And it's obviously really difficult. It's like a pre-season, isn't it, at the moment? And I guess maybe that's the way we've got to look at it with him as well, trying to get some energy in his legs. But tonight, he just looks so off the pace. It was untrue. It's not even the fact that, you know, we know the stats out there. He's the most dribble pass player in the Premier League at the moment since the return. But it's not even the fact that he's not up to speed in terms of getting around the pitch. It's when the thing that he's really good at is when he's in possession, keeping the ball and switching it. He's getting caught because it seems as though he thinks he's got more time than you'd have in the Premier League. It's the Premier League. Nobody gives you time on the ball. He'll win it and step out, and he's looking around for the pass, and it's nicked off him because he's reacting too slow. And I think we really need to work on building him back up. Whether that means a couple of sub-appearances now till the end of the season, and then give him that little break and then hit them hard again, because we know that the season's probably going to start the kind of second week in September. So it's going to be a really short break for these players, maybe 2 weeks. 3 weeks maximum, and then it'll be 3 weeks of pre-season and they'll be back playing. So we've really got to manage him. But at the moment, he's struggling big time in that midfield. He's not winning tackles. He's not keeping us going with the passing. Tonight, he gave a penalty away. Okay, it was a very harsh penalty, but it was sloppiness from him. And then he went off with, I don't know whether he was injured, whether he was knackered or whatever, but, you know, he only lasted like 30, 35 minutes, whatever it was. So we've really got to get him going, because at the minute, he looks like a very average player, and that's not the player we bought. So got to really step it up. Going to finish with a positive, so I'll go for point number 2 with the negative. Lee Mason. How on earth is that fella making a living from being a Premier League referee? He's absolutely atrocious. He's a disgrace. Every time we have him, he gets worse. And tonight, he was pathetic. Absolutely pathetic. Penalty to Southampton, that was... I don't think it was a penalty. It never was a penalty. The lad's fallen before there's any contact. A penalty to Everton that should have been awarded if he's given Southampton theirs, doesn't give it. Richarlison through on goal, doesn't give the red card to Bednarek or whatever his name is when he's through. And it's just yellow cards for things and not being consistent. He's pathetic. Every time we have him, he's atrocious. And then 2 minutes stoppage time at the end. We played Leicester last week at Goodison. There was 6 minutes and nothing happened in the game. And this week, there was loads of subs and things. Stoppages a couple of times. And there's 2 minutes stoppage time. He's just garbage. And he's on, 130 grand a year plus expenses. Absolutely pathetic. Doesn't look like he can keep up with the pace. He's a joke. I mean, I don't like referees anyway because they're awful, but he is a disgrace. So, yeah, he's not on my Christmas card list. And he wasn't the reason why Southampton bossed it either, by the way. And third and final thing, I'm going to finish with a positive, and even though there wasn't many positives to take from it, and the positive I'm going to take from it is Carlo Ancelotti and the fact that we didn't lose the game. Now, Carlo Ancelotti had come in December. Duncan Ferguson had already done a good job of getting us some points with a formation and a system that worked when we were dead on our feet. Let's remember that night at Anfield in December, the 5-2, we were absolutely pathetic, and we've been pathetic for weeks. And Duncan Ferguson come in and turned in an incredible display against Chelsea, and we got a good point to United, and we got a good point to against Arsenal, we got a point and didn't have players. And then Ancelotti come in and has kept that going. And between Ferguson and Ancelotti, we're averaging top 5 form. Now, that's incredible when you consider the players we have. You know, we've got a midfield that isn't fit for purpose. We've got, you know, Bernard's not playing anywhere like he was the first season and a half. Iwobi started brightly and has faded. Sigurdsson is a shell of the man he was even last season. You know, he's been poor all season. Gomez isn't doing it. Tom Davies isn't getting anywhere near any kind of levels. The only bright spark we've got at the moment in that midfield is Anthony Gordon, who I thought done well tonight and then just tired a little bit. If we had better midfield players, Anthony Gordon could do his best work in the final third of the pitch, where he's at his most dangerous. The lad's having to run back and help Luca Dean out, and that's fine because that's what he should do. But he's having to get involved in the middle of the pitch, putting tackles in, because other players aren't good enough to do it. And it's a real worry. How have we spent so much money in the last few years and we're where we are now with a midfield that isn't athletic? It isn't capable of dominating the home game against Southampton. They are a better team than us. They're a better coach side than we are at the moment, the way they've got players who can get around the pitch. Carlo Ancelotti, he's playing with the deck he's been dealt. So he's doing an incredible job. I've seen a couple of them go, and if Allardyce had turned in that, yeah, I get it. The performances aren't good, but there's a shape and there's a formation and we're picking up points. It isn't good enough. It's rubbish to watch. Yeah, anyone who watched the second half watch along, see me and Ped fuming with the way we're playing, but we didn't lose the game. And we didn't lose the game because this is a top coach. It really is. And if Carlo Ancelotti had signed 6 or 7 of these players, then I would be saying to people, fair enough, point the finger. But let's remember he hasn't had any of these. None of these are his players. And he's having to go through the season. Where's Delph? Nowhere to be seen. Gabamon obviously injured. He's having to deal with these things. Mason Holgate's been one of our best players out tonight. And it's amazing that we're getting results and we are where we are. Even if we'd have won tonight, we'd have still been in with an opportunity to qualify for the Europa League. And that's incredible considering we were in the bottom 3 in December. So that's the positive for me. And the longer we go through with Ancelotti, with David Ancelotti, with Duncan Ferguson at the helm, hopefully they'll coach these players. We'll get better players in and we'll move forward together because we need it to happen. It's going to be difficult, it is, because of what's going on in the summer and that, but that's the positive I'm taking out of it, and that was difficult to find one. It really was. Thanks for watching. Make sure you check out Ped's match reaction and his player ratings. That should be interesting. My match reaction's there as well. Give the video a thumbs up. Subscribe if you haven't. And if you want more great videos, join us on Patreon where we do live shows every day. The link is in the description. Click it and sign up. See you later.